All right, so I thought I'd jump on here real quick just to give you a little bit more in-depth about these coil spring conversion kits I'd sell. I've got a few on order that I'm currently building right now for a couple customers. And then I recently just redesigned the whole kit a little bit. It's still the same as far as how the sway bar hooks up, the 4-link and everything. I've switched the 4-link frame bracket to where it will mount on the outside of the frame. I'll show you that here in a second. And it has the supports and everything. I just redesigned that just a little bit, and then that way the bars, line up better from the frame to the axle itself. Since these Dana 60s, wasn't designed to run a 4-links. But I'll show you what I got going on now with these kits. Now you can have one axle bracket, the 2 axle brackets, and literally only have to switch out the buckets and the 2 top pieces on the axle bracket in order to be able to run between airbags or coil springs. So here we go. All right, so what I ended up doing was it still has the same 4-link and sway bar link and everything, and then I got the bracket that mounts underneath the axle for that. Now of it, which is removable, 5/8 bolt, grade 8. And see, with this, you have a lot more ability to really adjust the coil springs like you want it. Same will go with the airbag, because I know airbags, they're tricky to get lined up right, but like I say, the airbag bracket will have, the same type setup, hole in the middle. Might be doing 3 holes for the airbag. I'm not sure yet, but there's that. Now, why I decided to go in and kind of redesign this was because some customers like, would I have to get, new brackets if I wanted to run bags later down the road, yada, yada. So I wanted to make sure that, we could just have the option have to replace is that top plate and the coil bucket or airbag bucket. I wanted to jump on here and show you all that real quick. Any of y'all, besides the ones, already made the purchase and whatnot for these kits, y'all got any questions, just feel free to let me know. And then I will show y'all the frame bracket real quick. And like I was saying, all it is it will go from, instead of the frame being here and here, the frame will be on the back side, still use the same holes and everything. And then it'll have the center supports, which give it, more stability, durability and everything. And then I'll be running a crossbar from one side to the other side of the 4-link brackets. And later down the road, I will be doing it to where these will move back on the frame about half a foot to a foot or so, to where you'll be able to run these with the new transmission cross member that I'm in the process of designing right now. So then once I finish that design up, it'll probably be, springtime before I do, that final design. That way everything is covered. Yeah, that's pretty much straightforward. I redesigned the frame bracket just a little bit, and then went in and I'm finishing up to where more, versatility with these kits that I sell, just to, give y'all a whole lot more options, to pick from. Let's say you just want to run coil springs now, and then down the road you want to switch over to airbags. You'll have that option without, having to repurchase, all the brackets. So I haven't done a mock-up on the new body style Fords yet, but everything should pretty much, light. Everything should still pretty much, bolt up, just the same. There ain't really much of a difference on that aspect. But yeah, so with this kit, all it is the 4-link frame brackets, track bar kit, coil buckets, shock mounts to go on top of the coil buckets, the axle brackets, the bolts. It's just, straight grade 8 bolts go down through, and got a bracket on each side of the axle that, is bolted up and just puts it together. And then the sway bar link, or the sway bar drop brackets and the sway bar links. Only thing you really got to get is shocks if you plan on going any higher than what you already are, coil springs, and the sway bar. I mocked this kit up with a 06 front Super Duty sway bar. So yeah, it's a variety of, which ones y'all want to use. But cool part about this kit that I just got done kind of redoing slightly is the axle brackets. Now before, the coil spring where the perch where that would be at, it used to be stationary to where, you know, you couldn't move it. You had to move the actual bracket itself. Now, I'll show you. Now you see where it just looks like, you know, they're just sitting there just pretty as could be. But, yes, it is. You can adjust them. Like, let's say, you know, that spring is cocked out just a little bit. All I gotta do is get the weight off of it, push that sucker in until she's nice and straight. You got a lot more adjustability there. Now, with these also, let's say you want to do coil springs now and come, you know, into like summer, you know, show season, whatever. You want to switch to airbags. Only thing you have to do is purchase the airbag plates for the axle brackets and the 2 buckets to accommodate the airbag. And then everything else you can leave. So then you take those off, put the airbag brackets on, readjust everything, install the airbag buckets, and it will come with different shock mounts as well because the airbag brackets set a little bit lower. It'll come with the buckets, the shock mounts for on top of the buckets, and the 2 plates to go on top of these. But everything else stay, you know, is good to go. So that, you know, you have a lot more, you know, functionality as far as, you know, your options. You know, it used to be just this kit and then you had to get a whole new bracket system, you know, to be able to run airbags and whatnot. But I was able to go back in, redesign it to where, you know, you can swap them out. So a lot of y'all that don't really want to dump the money into the bags right now, you know, run coil springs. Like for instance, me, I've got axles and everything that's set inside the shop that, you know, if I wanted to, I could coil spring swap my truck right now, make it ride a lot better. But me, I'm just going to hold off for now. Like I say, I'm in the process of buying a house, and then I'm adding on to the shop, you know, come springtime. So it's just, I just don't have the time. I got so much other stuff going on, customers, bills, stuff like that. Kind of got to put the old girl on the back burner for right now, but she will be done soon. But I just wanted to get on here and show y'all, yeah, the whole kit. It'll come with everything, like I say, except a few parts that you will need. There's 2 brackets on the axle that you will have to cut off, but, you know, it's nothing crazy. Oh, God, I got to cut my axle. No, nothing crazy like that. It's the bracket for the track bar on the passenger side under the leaf spring, and then the sway bar link mount on the driver's side. It takes max, if you got the right equipment, it'd take half hour to an hour max to get all it cut off, cleaned up, you're good to go. But yeah, it comes with everything, all grade 8 stuff. And yeah, so I'll probably put a few videos in where I've done the mock-up on my truck with the first kit I done. That was before I done the adjustable axle brackets and all that stuff, but just kind of give y'all a general, you know, layout of the whole thing. But do keep in mind, the only difference in the kit that I mocked up on my truck was the track bar mount for the axle. That is attached to the passenger side axle bracket on the coil spring bracket. So I'll show you that real quick too. That right there, that's actually where the track bar will come from the frame down, but it's still set about the same height and everything. So that's just a little bit of difference that I've done on my truck. I might end up switching it out later on, but we'll see. But yeah, like I say, I'll probably throw up a few videos of the kit actually on the truck. I was going to do a full, you know, walk around of the whole, you know, install and whatnot, because this kit is going to a guy. He'll actually be doing a kind of an install / review video of the whole kit. So once he's done with that and gets that uploaded, I'll be sure to put that up on the Facebook or the Instagram page and everything, possibly Facebook page, I don't know yet. But yeah, so y'all got any questions, either jump in my DMs on here or hit me up on Instagram. So yeah, pretty much it for right now.